Al McKenzie.
Check it out, y'all. Martha Reeves with us in the Bing Lounge. Come on now. Absolute honor to have you. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. 12 o'clock, a little bit early? No?
Oh, it's good, though.
Is it all good? All right.
Oh, wonderful people here. What a wonderful treat. This room was empty 5 minutes ago.
They were all outside. It looked like a big old wait for the bus, but they were outside waiting.
Precious.
All right. To have a rock and roll Hall of Famer, vocal group Hall of Famer in here, you just kind of go through your mind what kind of questions you want to ask. So
It's great to be back here in Portland.
It's great to have you.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Jimmy Mack.
So I'm going to start with question one and try to roll as quickly through the other 918 that I've got for you. Basically, let's go back to Grandpa and church. Is that where the music came from for you?
Okay, at the age of 3, Mom had taught me how to retain lyrics. And I could recite poems that she taught me, like, I don't know why you're looking at me. I didn't come to stay. I just came to tell you Happy Easter Day. little poems like that, and she taught us to sing songs of worship because Granddad was a Methodist minister. I couldn't really listen to secular music until I was 11 years old. So my whole life was around teaching Sunday school on Sunday and singing in my grandfather's church. And Dad had, he had 3 brothers and 4 sisters, but he had the talented kids. And he was the junior, although he wasn't the first born male. So sort of a spiritual thing, kind of, I guess, our life is planned already before we come out of the womb. So I'm just following orders.
And you've been doing so well for so long with those orders, too.
Yes.
When did you know? I mean, I know you met up with some of your friends in the Delphis and at the very beginning and all, but when did you know that this was going to be a paycheck and this could be something?
Yeah, I have to admit that it wasn't so much about money because we didn't have any, so I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know we were poor until I left home. We always had something to eat, something to wear, and we never talked about economics. In the house was all about taking care of one another. 11 children. Elijah and Ruby were married 47 years. He preceded her in death, and for 13 years she was she had been paralyzed with a stroke. She had a stroke the minute he passed away. Something like eagles, they mate for life. And the love I sing about when you hear me sing is all the love that I saw them share. And I try to sound like her because with 11 children, she would sometimes whip us all soundly, hit us and say, okay, shut up. And then she would, on other occasions, sing to us. So sometimes when I sing, I'm sounding like Ruby. EJ, being a preacher's son, Elijah Joshua Reeves Jr., would play the blues guitar and sing. It was almost like, his father was a minister, but he loved the blues. And he and John Lee Hooker would woodshed sometimes, I remember, in my earlier teenage years. So I've always been surrounded by music. I knew I could sing, however, when Abraham Silver, our teacher in high school, took me to the Henry Ford Auditorium, which they tore down this year, and I'm so upset. They tore this big building down, and it was where I did my first concert singing Bach's aria. Yes, I have operatic training. However, Motown had no operatic department. You had to come in and sing R&B or something, rock or something. Anyway, those are my roots. And so when I sang for 4,500 people at the age of 18 at the Henry Ford Auditorium, and I heard all that applause, I was hooked. I knew I wanted to sing.
There's definitely an adrenaline.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Well, you have so many accomplishments, so I don't want to ask you. I mean, accomplishments are all throughout your life, but I do want to ask about something, an event in your life that just truly, it lit up your soul. And I know you're a mom and your grandmom, so something musically, because you've done it all, including on Broadway and the opera and working with folks, Dusty Springfield and Bruce and everybody. What was that one event that just kind of lit you up inside?
Oh, I can't do that. Too many people, too many times and spaces. I'm just standing here glad to have Al McKenzie with me because we have an occasion to be together. Teddy Harris, a music director, and he had a 17-piece bebop jazz society band. And he was one of the most talented music directors. He had worked with Aretha Franklin. I don't know if you had her live album where she was actually singing and all of a sudden you heard her say, "Play it, Teddy." Teddy Harris was he's also a wonderful arranger. And so I went to him begging, please be my music director. We had gigs and we needed a music director. And he said, well, I can't go with you. Baby, I got this big band. Take my one of my proteges. So I'm saying, okay. He shows me this 18-year-old child who had just graduated from Interlochen High School of the special, what do you call it? Talented, gifted. I wanted to make that clear because you can't go there if you just natural talent. He's a gifted musician. And Teddy showed me this 18-year-old, and he said, well, take him on the road. Well, I had to get permission from his dad. So I went and I sat with Mr. Alonzo McKenzie Sr., and I assured him that I wouldn't let him get in any trouble, and he would be safe, and we had arrangements, we had flights planned and all that, so he said, okay, he could go. So we've been together since then. I won't tell you how old he is, but just imagine we've been together since he was 18. Then he left me. You didn't leave me, okay. He went to work for who? The Temptations. Then, when they couldn't pay him as much as the Four Tops, he started working for the Four Tops. And I suffered, yes I did. But eventually he came back home. So we've been working and we've been all over the world together. I just love working with Al. He's one of the best musicians, persons, loved one, musician, human being. We've done some wonderful things lately. We just did a documentary for Crystal Method. I don't know if you know of them, but they do shows and they do synthesized music. And one of my statements lately has been that I'd rather have live musicians than the sounds of the noisy toys. So what did they do? Didn't they call me out? So, okay, then bring us to Detroit and show us how the Motown sound was made. And I've got a Motown baby here, and he took them through the rickets. And one day we cut a whole session with real horns, real drums, real bass, real piano. And we showed out. It's going to be debuted in December, and everybody, the world will see it. It'll be on...
it's going to be premiered
Grammy Week.
Oh,
I get to go to the Grammys.
Is that Regeneration?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Regeneration.
Yeah, excellent.
Yes, so we're part of that because he's such a wonderful producer, arranger, musician, wonderful man.
Well, I have to say, I've seen Crystal Method, and I couldn't even put the two of you together doing something. That's some crazy stuff.
But you wait until we came up with a song. He made the musicians sound just like what they had come up with their synthesized things. And it's great.
So we've got you back in town at Jimmy Mac's. What a better named club to have Martha Reeves at, right? Jimmy Mac.
Jimmy, oh, come on, sing with me. When are you coming back? Jimmy Mac. Jimmy, oh, Jimmy Mac. You better hurry back. Need your loving. That ain't the right key, is it?
There we go.
Well, we're going to be at Jimmy Mac's tonight, and I'm excited. Jimmy's such a wonderful person. Can I tell you how that happened? Dundee Holt is my manager. He's hiding in here somewhere, but he's a wonderful preacher, a minister, church in New York, Memorial Baptist. And he went on the internet and found a club named Jimmy Mac. And guess who he called? Jimmy. He said, but my artist sings that song. Wouldn't it be nice if she could play your club? He said, well, I got a surprise for you. One of her musicians, a drummer named Mel Brown, has been playing here. He's in my house band. Not only did Mel Brown lead me for the Temptations and the Supremes, he came home where he lives and said, I'm not traveling anymore, but I got a gig because Mel Brown has been a stationary musician here at Jimmy Mac's. And we had such a wonderful reunion the last time. I thought it was just one of those paradise trips and gifts that I wouldn't experience. And here, the year following, here we are again, and I'm ready. We had such a good time, and we hope you join us later.
Well, that's where I was going with that tonight. So Mel Brown with you, and you've got everybody on stage, including Al. Can't wait. 7:30, 10 o'clock tonight at Jimmy Mac's. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the incomparable Miss Martha Reeves.
Thank you.